Welcome back to Book Break. We are now halfway through the year, which means it is time to talk about our favourite books so far on this channel. I have counted them all up and I now know which books we have talked about, or I have talked about here on this channel the most often. And there were loads of ties in this. It turns out there were a ton of books competing for my attention to get featured here on this channel. So I'm actually going to start with joint 4th place. I'm not going any further than that because we've already got so many, because all tied in 4th place were 5 different books. And those books were A Marvellous Light by Freya Marske, The Exhibitionist by Charlotte Mendelsohn, Love Signs by Linda Goodman, The Dance Tree by Kieran Millward Hargrave, and a throwback, A Little Life by Hanya Yanagihara. Of course, there is a new edition this year, so that's why I've been back talking about that one a lot. So let's look at a little montage of everything that I've had to say about those 5 amazing books. Ooh, one of my favourites, A Marvellous Light, A Marvellous Light, A Marvellous Light by Freya Marske. This is a romance between 2 men, one from a magical family, one not from a magical family. Suddenly he's like, what is going on? There are wizards and witches everywhere. The Exhibitionist by Charlotte Mendelsohn. The Exhibitionist by Charlotte Mendelsohn. This is about a woman whose husband is a narcissistic bully, a great one for anyone who loves reading about dysfunctional families. The family in here are absolutely chaotic. Love Signs by Linda Goodman. Linda Goodman's Love Signs. Linda Goodman's Love Signs. So this is this massive bestseller from the 70s, which is all about the different star signs and their compatibilities with each other. So this is your guide to how to unlock your true love match by looking in the stars. Then we have this beautiful thing, The Dance Tree. The Dance Tree, The Dance Tree, which is based on the dancing plague of 1518. This story sounds so interesting. This phenomenon, no one could understand why these people could not stop dancing. Anything by this author is obviously going to be huge on BookTube. And finally, A Little Life by Hanya Yanagihara doesn't need any introduction on BookTube. It is a heartbreaking book. One of the most emotionally upsetting and moving and wonderful books that I have ever read. It is heartbreaking, and there is a reason why people have spent so much time crying on TikTok over this book. It is the saddest book.
Make no mistake, you will cry.
Quite the selection there. You can see why I've been raving about all of those books so far this year. But moving on to joint 2nd place. This time we just have 2 books that were tied for 2nd place. And those books were very, very different from each other. We have a very moving literary fiction novel and a page-turning thriller. So those books were Concerning My Daughter by Kim Hyjin and The Club by Ellery Lloyd. Concerning My Daughter, Concerning My Daughter, Concerning My Daughter. I've read and loved this one. So this is a book about a mother who has never been able to accept that her daughter is in a queer relationship. But the book is really about her journey towards love and acceptance. It's a wonderful book. The Club by Ellery Lloyd. The Club by Ellery Lloyd. This one is set on an island that has been transformed into an exclusive celebrity members club that's going to turn dark. I'm hooked. But as the guests start to arrive, it becomes clear that if your name is on the list, you may not be getting out alive. I loved both of those books so much, but for very different reasons, very different vibes there. And finally, the book that has shot into 1st place. This is the book that I have talked about the most on this channel so far in 2022. I just could not shut up about this one. I absolutely loved it, and I have so far recommended it in 6 different videos on this channel just this year. Drumroll please. The favourite book of Book Break so far in 2022 is Our Wives Under the Sea by Julia Armfield. Let's have a look at all the times I raved about this one. Next for something really weird, because what else would you expect from Julia Armfield? Our Wives Under the Sea by Julia Armfield, which is a beautifully strange novel. A fab book right here, Our Wives Under the Sea by Julia Armfield. Gorgeously, gloriously weird and spooky. It's about a lesbian couple called Leah and Miri. Miri's wife Leah has never been the same since she came back from a deep sea mission that went wrong. We don't know what happened, but Leah has come back not the same. The book is very strange and weird and sad and melancholy. So weird and magical and haunting and mesmerizing, just to use a few adjectives. So those were our favourite books of the year on Book Break so far this year. We've still got the rest of the year to come, so anything could happen, but those are the ones that have been just capturing our attention the most so far in 2022. Do leave a comment below letting me know which books have been your favourites so far this year, anything that you think I should check out, recommend to each other in the comments. I will also link here to a playlist of all the other times that I have showed our favourites of the year if you like watching these little montages. And I'll see you next time.